Hello.
And it's super. This is a very interesting question, actually. So she says, or he or she, I can't see if it who it is, but it says, so what do you think reactors can do to help artists after they've gone YouTube viral? A lot of them do not go mainstream beyond outside YouTube walls or beyond the country that they are from. And I think that that's super interesting. Like, you know, how some, like maybe like, would Easy Mill be considered a good
Example.
Mm-hmm.
example? Like, I feel like he exploded on YouTube for like a month, and then he's still great and popular. But it's like, where he didn't really, like, you don't hear him on the radio right now. You know what I mean? I
Mm-hmm.
guess that's kind of what they're asking. I assume.
Do you want to hear
If you
my
have
opinion?
Yeah. Go for it.
It takes time.
mm,
It takes time. It's not that fast. And we've spoken to some of his team and
mm,
some of the people that are working with him, and it just takes time. He's
I
doing, he's doing fine, and I think it's a matter of when it comes to the reactor community and stuff like that. I sometimes, how people say it's like, oh, like you reacted to a video, maybe it got so many views and that somehow helped the artist. It's like, I guess thanks, but it's like that whatever was going to happen with the artist
Will
was
happen.
going to happen regardless,
Mm-hmm.
in the sense that
mm,
the video obviously had an impact, but it's also a matter of like what's Easy Meal's objective, like what
That's
does he
right.
actually want, right? Because most people also
It
have
comes down to the artist.
but most people have an idea as well, like going mainstream is the right move to make, right? But is it?
yeah.
It's up to the artist. Is it maybe that he wants to monetize his music and make as much money as possible, but he doesn't want fame? It could
Easy.
be. Is it that maybe
Mm,
he wants to stay independent for as long as he wants because he doesn't want to sign the deal where then he has no creative control? Or maybe he doesn't want to sign the deal because he doesn't like the things that accompany the deal. It's so much
Mm.
deeper than that.
it it so is.
So I don't know, as a reactor community or anything like that. I don't know. I guess the thing to do is just, I guess, wish him the best and maybe keep,
Support them.
support their progress and support their
Exactly.
artistry if we like it, of course. But I don't, yeah, I think it's such a personal decision of like, do I
Yeah.
really want to go mainstream? Also, it's a lot of work as well. It's like to go mainstream is rough.
I know, and a lot of work comes after being going viral, right? So, what
100%.
what do you do to maintain that? That is an
100%.
exhausting thought. Not only a work progress that has to go with it, right? So,
Hmm.
he's a fantastic example of that. He's been making music for such a long time.
Yeah.
He's good.
Ismail has a great background in music. I mean, crazy genres that he's made.
Yeah.
Uh, so many different takes, so many different sounds that he has been able to, put in a little compact package of his own music. But is the fact that now he's gonna have to carry on
Yeah.
that crazy amount of work, and he's with the right people, though. I feel like he has the right
Yeah.
people around him, and as part of the YouTube creator, like a reactor community, I think it all comes down to constant support.
Mm.
I don't feel like, I personally don't feel so influential. Like, I don't feel like I would make a difference, but it is, I think, to the artist, is that support. Like, you are here, we're streaming, we're listening, and I think that's important.
But between you and me, Jacob, he's just give it a couple of months for Easy Meal. He's in good hands.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
is.
The
I believe it.
fella's in good hands.
And I think another thing that you guys didn't mention, I think that too, sometimes I think with the creation of the internet. Now, this is not speaking about Easy Mill. This is just a general statement. Some things I've seen, especially is the fact of like how, because we have the internet, it's so easy for an artist to go viral for a second, and they might not be ready to go viral. You know what I mean?
That's a great point.
It's like, it's so out of your control. Like, tomorrow, my song could have 10 million streams, and it's like, well, what if I wasn't ready for that? Not even, first of all, like myself, what if I didn't want that? Which, I mean, I would love
Yeah.
that, but I'm just saying, like, but the alternative is, though, like, what if their career is not ready? What if they, like, in the sense of like, they don't have the structures in place to support it? You know what I mean? And that's
I
why I actually think
agree.
that the slower growth for an artist is so much better. Like, Ed Sheeran, we talked about him 100 times. So playing in front of 10 people to 100 people to 1,000 people to 100,000 people is so much more sustainable than just
Mm.
all of a sudden being in front of 100,000 people. you learn processes from when your guitar string breaks for playing in front of 6 people, how to deal with that. You don't know that process of, when you're in front of 100,000 people, like, you don't know how to
It's
handle it.
overwhelming.
It's
It's
not only
overwhelming.
overwhelming, I think, but it's also like you just learn about how the industry works, how to handle your art, how to handle pressure, how to handle you, like, it's like slowly dipping your feet in the cold water, and like as you slowly dip in, it's not as cold anymore. You know what I mean? It's like the
Yeah,
same kind of concept.
the only difference, Jacob, is that water is not only cold, but it's full of shocks.
Yeah,
So it's
and you learn how to
it,
fight the sharks as you go in. You know what I mean? It's you get. It's
and then
true.
hopefully you end up alive and swimming well.
Exactly.
Hopefully,
Exactly. It's
fingers
true.
Cold.
crossed.
Yeah,
That's
but
true.
and you have so many fantastic examples of that. You have artists that have never played on a live gig before, and they have gone absolutely viral. They become an absolute sensation,
Yeah.
platinum records, right? And then they're playing in front of a stadium full of people that they
Like
have
Shawn
sold
Mendes or
out.
something.
And,
Yeah.
and they, I don't know the story.
I
I
don't know.
don't
I
know
know
Shawn
Shawn Mendes'
Mendes that
story.
well,
Is
Yeah.
that
but
kind of like his
I think he
story?
was found on like Vine and YouTube, and then I think his first gig he played was opening for Taylor Swift. I think I heard that somewhere, and I'm
oh
Wow.
like,
my god.
here I am playing in front of 6 people, and he's in front of 60,000 people for his first gig. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it's
but
crazy.
you don't know the psychological
A
impact that
hundred
that
percent.
has.
A
You know,
hundred
like
percent. I couldn't agree more. Absolutely.
if you're not
Absolutely.
ready up here,
Absolutely.
if you're not ready in here, if you like your mind and your body aren't aligned, dude, playing in front of 22,000
Absolutely.
people, it's gonna mess you up. a
It's
hundred
true.
percent. So you cannot that's what I allude to when I said uh, it's being aligned with your art. It's like when you see artists that are really aligned with their creation, because I feel like those are the type of artists that when random virality comes through, it's it's in place, they're ready for it, and
Yeah.
they will know how to continue that momentum. They will use that momentum to
Yeah.
something greater in the future, you know.
Well,
You
um
see,
back to
I don't know if you follow TikTok, but there are so many songs that went viral on TikTok, and you don't hear of the artist ever again. And they're
yeah, yeah.
huge. Everybody knows
uh-huh.
the song, and then you just don't hear about it. You know what I mean? And
Well,
it's really interesting.